Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Bad Joe here again, and today we are talking about how Destruction AllStars is basically Twisted Metal. But first, what is Twisted Metal? Twisted Metal is the first game in the Twisted Metal Vehicular Combat series. It was developed by a single track, published by Sonic Computer Entertainment, and released in 1995 for PlayStation and PC, the latter being exclusive to Japan. Selling around 1.12 million units, it was brought into PlayStation's Greatest Hits library and re-released in 1998 alongside Twisted Metal 2. All of the TM games have received a Greatest Hits label except Twisted Metal Black Online and Twisted Metal released in 2012. In concept, Twisted Metal is a demolition derby which permits the usage of ballistic projectiles. Players choose a vehicle in an arena or a series of arenas in the story mode to engage in battle with opposing drivers. A variety of weapons ranging from missiles to landmines are obtained by pickups scattered through the stage, as well as repair stations that regenerate the player's health. The objective of the game is to defeat all of your opponents and be the last one standing in the end. So let's talk about the story of Twisted Metal. The game's plot centers around a man named Calypso, the host of a vehicular combat tournament called Twisted Metal. He promises to grant the winner of the tournament anything he or she desires, without any limit of availability or even reality. The game's story takes place on Christmas Eve in 2005, during the 10th annual running of Twisted Metal taking place in Los Angeles. So that brings us to the prologue of Twisted Metal. You can remember that 6 months ago, somewhere between midnight and morning, your computer signaled an incoming email on the United Internet System. When you saw the name of the sender, Calypso, your eyes glazed over with visions of your greatest fantasy, your ultimate desire. And then, when you read the message, you knew that this dream was within your grasp. The message, flashing in red, simply said, "Will you drive?" Once a year, a legendary Calypso, a man who dwells beneath the streets of LA, holds the Twisted Metal competition. The contest takes place all around the Los Angeles area and calls upon vehicles of every kind to battle to death. The one driver still alive at the end of the night is granted any request, any prize he asks for. There are no limits on price, size, or, according to some, even reality. Your special invitation from Calypso has given you the chance to do battle in Twisted Metal. This is where all of your skills and all of your luck and all of your guts are put to the test. This is where life and death decisions occur every instant. This is where the Grim Reaper lurks around every corner waiting to strike. And this is where your ultimate dream can come true. Welcome to the big time. Welcome to Twisted Metal. Moving on to the game modes in Twisted Metal offers single player and multiplayer game modes with subsets for each. For the single player, it offers a one-player contest. A one-player contest allows the player to choose a vehicle and battle through the 6 arenas of the contest. If the player emerges victorious, he or she will be treated to an ending movie showing just how winning the contest works out for the character they chose. Each arena has a set amount of competitors that the player must defeat, but exactly who the player has to fight is completely random. The multiplayer mode offers two-player duel, which is a game mode commonly found in most Twisted Metal games. Two-player duel pits two players against each other in an arena of their choice. Speaking of, there are different battlegrounds for single-player and multiplayer game modes. For single-player battlegrounds, Twisted Metal offers the following: Arena Duel, Warehouse District Warfare, Freeway Free-for-All, River Park Rumble, Assault on Suburbia, Rooftop Combat, Minion Duel, and the Fight of Your Life. As for the multiplayer battlegrounds, while half of the battlegrounds are reduced to a proportion of the normal area, such as Arena, Warehouse, Freeway, City Park, Canal, and Rooftop. By now, you can kind of tell what argument I'm trying to build. Destruction AllStars is basically Twisted Metal. Hear me out. Destruction AllStars, a PlayStation 5 exclusive, has been rated by the ESRB, and its official description sounds remarkably similar to the classic Twisted Metal series, except being a modern game, it adds microtransaction of a worryingly unknown quality and quantity to the formula. It was previously confirmed as a launch title, so players won't have to wait long to find out how much Sony is hoping to milk from the Vehicular Mayhem simulator. Lucid Games' Destruction AllStars sounds like it's going to revolve around a very similar concept. It will also be a Destruction Derby where players compete in vehicles to become champion of the Destruction AllStars tournament. Like Twisted Metal, the game's vehicles are all specialized and come with weapons ready to destroy opponents' vehicles. Depending on which of the 16 all-star characters the player chooses, they will have access to several unique vehicles. According to the game's fresh ESRB rating, the game will also have in-game purchases, even though it is a fully priced game. It was recently revealed that a bundle of 10,000 quote-unquote all-star coins will be included in the deluxe version, suggesting that there is some form of an in-game currency, which ESRB confirms will be purchasable with real-world money. Interestingly, there are several multiplayer modes that players can choose from in Destruction AllStars, which may differ from the rip-off Twisted Metal gameplay. Destruction AllStars seems to pay some nice attention to detail in its titular crashes with realistic and persistent vehicular damage, and players can choose to watch the chaos unfold in slow motion. Also, when a player's car is destroyed, their character is put into the arena on foot with character-specific abilities, which they need to use to avoid being run over. With these new modes added to Destruction AllStars, it is easy to see how the game could be monetized. Most probably there will be cosmetic changes available for purchase, and there may be taunts or special effects that can be added by spending money. Let's hope that the microtransactions won't affect the gameplay, leaving it to be a play-to-win disaster. Alright guys, here's how Destruction AllStars is basically Twisted Metal. Let us know what you think in the comments down, and as always, make sure you subscribe for more daily videos like this one, and drop us a like to support the channel. Catch you in the next video. So what about the game modes in Destruction AllStars? Destruction AllStars is set to release with 4 distinct game modes which can be played either solo or online. Mayhem, the first mode, is a typical team deathmatch that pits 2 teams against each other as they rack each other within a given time limit to gain the maximum number of points. Coronado is an 8 vs 8 game mode where racking the other team's vehicle will cause them to drop gears and in-game currency that needs to be collected in order to win the match. The catch, however, is that to cash in the gears, players need to ram their cars into Coronado, which is raging in the center of the map. This creates a unique dynamic of risk versus reward, which seems entertaining. The third mode, Stockpile, is an interesting adaptation of traditional Capture the Flag, as players will need to collect gears and then make their way on foot to one of the banks on the map. The team with the most banks in control at the end of the game win. The last mode, Gridfall, is a 16-player mode where every player needs to survive in an effort to be the last man standing. The arena will constantly become smaller and smaller in size as players will trade respawns in an effort to stay alive until the very last minute. In addition to these modes, a challenge series is also included which focuses on a particular All-Stars backstory and will put players through a set of challenges with a finale pitting them against their rival.